almost 20 minutes to 8 a.m. and we're at 38 degrees. Feels like 33. Wasn't even supposed to get this warm. I mean cold. Didn't even look like we're gonna hit 40 until 11 a.m. It's gonna be a cold week, dude. Haven't been able to see the moon in days because of this big old cloud of haze, if you will. And that haze will get you like every damn time. That purple haze gonna get you every time. Let's see, so 51. Isn't that interesting how the 51 in the day, 41 in the night, but it's 38 right now? Does that make much sense? I don't think so. That was interesting, that Lake Michigan thing. Wait, how do I do this again? Here. Okay, let's charge it. I guess it just like turns off after so much power. I don't know, but we need a lighter. Okay, for this incense. Visibility 10 miles. Photo cover. No. Okay. Sounds. Fair for camping.
Can celebrate the return of 70-degree temperatures on Sunday. There is some rain in the forecast for the next couple of days for Central and South Florida, so expect cold, damp,
cold as it's gonna get.
Yield-starved investors are challenged to find meaningful levels.
I have to say, the Weather Channel has got to be the worst with the fucking commercials. The worst. Like, it's bad. Like, literally, you'll get to see maybe, I don't know, what we just see from her. 4 seconds of a clip. Before it's like, bang, bang, bang. Whatever bang, bang, bang means. Anyway. This is a long ass ad. This is way longer than what we set out for to do it now. Oh, yeah. She ever coming fucking back? For real, dude, that's retarded.
Inflation.
Like, just
damp and breezy conditions.
What'd you say? Oh,
Really cold, but hang in there because the Arctic air mass in the eastern third of the nation will depart, but it's going to take until Sunday to see milder air building in. Do keep in mind that another Arctic air mass pushes into the upper Midwest going into Thursday, and here's what those morning winds.
But it's gone. Like, come on.
This greeted travelers to Florida on Tuesday thanks to a winter storm that dumped snow all across the deep south.
Him? I'd really just like to know my weather, and then that's about it. Why are your windows so frosty? Okay, we're gonna get away from the freaking Weather Channel. 38 degrees out there. See that? 38 degrees right now. That's crazy. Florida snow possibility update. We're having a winter storm severe warning, Florida and Georgia. But I guess not necessarily me, but Gainesville's, I think, only 50 miles away. So, snow and sleet accumulations 1 inch, and ice accumulations up to a quarter. According to the northeast, that didn't sound good. Northern Florida and southeast Georgia, wind until 1. And I heard Atlanta was already snowed out, like, not that long ago, is what I'm trying to say. Like a week ago or something. It already was snowed in. She said inner city, like around the city. DeSantis issued a state of emergency Monday ahead of a winter storm system that brought snow and ice to parts of the southern U.S., including northern Florida. Portions of Florida under rare winter storm warning. with multiple inches of snow projected to fall through Wednesday morning. Preparation for the winter weather, school districts, colleges, and universities are closing their doors ahead of the storm. As a rare winter storm system hits the Sunshine State, Florida is bracing for its impact. A cold and raw wind-driven rain will impact most of the region, with Marion, Alachua, and northern Flagler County seeing icy conditions overnight into Wednesday morning between 3 and 9. Some areas may experience a brief period of sleet, particularly near Ocala, I bet, where impacts are possible. Farther north, significant icing from freezing rain, sleet, and even snow is expected in Gainesville and surrounding areas. Is it 50 miles or 100? It's 150, right? I think Ocala is 50 miles for me, and then, anyway. Travelers heading north on Interstate 75 from Ocala should prepare for a hot mess express chugga choo-choo rides, which y'all should be preparing for. Because, I don't know, like, did y'all have a blizzard last year? Because you didn't have one like this. Let me tell you that much. You did not have one like this. So, with that said, many of the roads are already closed. Around Gainesville, sleet and freezing rain could create hazardous travel conditions, so you best get a hoodie as the motel Holiday Inn. As the weather system moves away and cold air wraps in behind it, a brief period of sleet or snow flurries could extend as far south as the Interstate 4 corridor. I'm telling you, I think it's going to go down. I think we're going to see the white stuff here in Florida. I mean, our skies have been looking like blizzards for pretty much all last year. And all this year, and when I say all of last year, we had a lunar eclipse like in January, the first month of 2024. And I remember like the skies being all funked up, not so much by like weather, but by them effing with it, by flying their planes around and playing tic-tac-toe and, playing in the sky like they do. And I have also got to say, they got some newer technology these days, it doesn't take nearly as much as what it used to take, aka, planes or people or, you know what I mean? Because I would always notice, the vertebral clouds is what I would always kind of call them. They look like an X-ray, so to speak. We're like next level from the X-ray. Alright, so yeah, I see those vertebral clouds very much too often, honestly. As weather system moves, okay. However, any wintry precipitation in these areas is expected to be brief and light. Wednesday will be extremely chilly. Yeah, I agree with that. That if it does happen, it's gonna be just like flurries, but it would still be really cool. Unless I'm wrong and it fucking pours snow, that would be weird. Wednesday will be extremely chilly, that's right now, with afternoon highs struggling to reach the mid-40s in Orlando and potentially staying in the 30s around Ocala, Palm Coast, and Gainesville will have. It looks like it's what? I don't know where the temperature went, but 38 here. Alright, Central Florida for the majority, a nasty, raw, gross, cold, wind-driven rain. Marion, Alachua, and northern Flagler. We just with that. Half an hour. Okay. Sleet. F-dot crews are out removing snow and ice. Jesus. Can you imagine? I'm glad that they're doing it, but come on, man. What's that? Holy shit. Look at that. Is that Florida? It is, ain't it? It is, isn't it? Yeah, it sure is. That's crazy. That does not happen every day. I have a friend in Walton County. No shit, Nikki. It's snowing where you're at, too. I didn't even know we had a Milton, Florida. Fuck. Even for Walton Beach right there, but 10 is closed. Wow. I'm surprised Nathan isn't driving up there. For all I know, he might. He just might. Truly, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if I wanted to be rich like Seth Rich. I don't even know who that is, but I love the song. I want to be rich, but not Seth Rich. Something. Get thrown in a ditch. It's a good song, if you don't know what I speak of. Go to YouTube, Secret Society of Good Guys. Type that in, search. Or, no, you can do that, but search for Project Cheney, 2 words. And then, if you listen to either of the last 2 shows, Sunday or Friday, you'll hear, I wanna be rich, but not Seth Rich. I don't even know who the dude is. I guess a WikiLeaks dude? I don't know. But I wanna be rich, but not like Seth Rich. Hold that dissolve. If we can. Oh, come on, bone. We wanna be rich, but not Seth Rich. I'm pretty sure I can actually share that because that's sound scientist and those people are kind of my friends, so I don't think they would mind. Matter of fact, I think Paranoid American said you can shout out, use his music. Not you, you're not allowed to. Listeners. Kidding. Well, I don't know. I would get permission first, but I feel like I was in the room and I'll have to double ask now. Y'all are stressing me out. Quit stressing me out. Very cool. You're gonna quit stressing me out now? So that's the snow deal, and it's 30 what have you degrees here. That's pretty wild. You wanna be rich, but not that rich. That is wild. From Texas to Florida, rare winter storm brings deadly cold and snow to parts of the south. Will it read it to us? Boom, it will.
From Texas to Florida, rare winter storm brings deadly cold and snow to parts of the south. Published by CBS News. Frigid temperatures engulfed the south as a winter storm began spreading heavy snow and dangerous ice around a region from Texas to North Florida that rarely sees such weather. The cold front sent residents rushing to insulate pipes, check heating systems, and stock up on emergency supplies.
You better.
At least 4 weather-related deaths have been reported. In Austin, Texas, 2 people died from the cold, Austin city officials confirmed Tuesday night.
It's crazy.
In Dale County, Alabama, 2 people also died, the county coroner's office told CBS News. A 27-year-old woman was killed when her vehicle was involved in a crash on a snow-covered road in the city of Ozark. And in the town of Pinkard, a 37-year-old man who tried to warm his home by turning on the stove died when his house caught fire, the coroner said. Around 40 million people, primarily across the southern U.S., were under some type of weather hazard, including more than 21 million under a winter storm warning, said Mark Chennard, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service.
Let me just say real quick. Okay, so how many people did they say? I might be able to see it. 21 million under a winter storm warning. Okay, how many people are there even in the nation? Does anybody know? Yeah, okay, thank you for the answers. I appreciate it. Alright, so my point with that is WTF and what are they really up to? Because that's kind of what I was saying. My skies are both snowed out for the past year and all of this year, and we know what all went down recently near us, so I don't know, man. It makes me wonder, like 21 million Americans are underneath it all. Something to that effect, basically, is my point. And I don't think we want to be rich, but not Seth Rich. You know what I mean? So 21 million people, they could do whatever the flip they wanted to at any given... Ooh, I might have found a baby cartridge. I mean, I got 8. I had more than 8 cartridges, but none of them have any shit in them. It's absolutely madness. Madness. Alright, let's listen to this. 21 million people. That's a lot of people to be like in kind of a screw situation, if you will. Okay, carry on. Carry on your wayward lady.
In College Park, Maryland. Texas to Florida, rare winter storm brings deadly cold and snow to parts of the south. Published by CBS News. Frigid temperatures engulfed the south as a winter storm began spreading heavy snow and dangerous ice around a region from Texas to North Florida that rarely sees such weather. The cold front sent residents rushing to insulate pipes, check heating systems, and stock up on emergency supplies. At least 4 weather-related deaths have been reported. In Austin, Texas, 2 people died from the cold, Austin city officials confirmed Tuesday night. In Dale County, Alabama, 2 people also died, the county coroner's office told CBS News. A 27-year-old woman was killed when her vehicle was involved in a crash on a snow-covered road in the city of Ozark. And in the town of Pinkard, a 37-year-old man who tried to warm his home by turning on the stove died when his house caught fire, the coroner said. Around 40 million people, primarily across the southern U.S., were under some type of weather hazard, including more than 21 million under a winter storm warning, said Mark Chennard, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in College Park, Maryland. He added that about 170 million people from the Rockies to points eastward were under either an extreme warning or a cold weather advisory.
Absolutely crazy.
Where are the winter storm warnings? Parts of Texas are under a winter weather advisory, where some minor snow accumulations could result in slick spots, particularly on elevated surfaces. Multiple counties in the southern and eastern portions of the state are under a winter storm warning from an unusual blast of severe winter weather taking aim at a huge swath of the south, including much of the northern Gulf Coast. In Texas, 3 airports in Houston are halting flight operations on Tuesday as the region expects hazardous travel conditions. Major airlines are also delaying and canceling flights in preparation for the blast, CBS News Money Watch reported. The storm was expected to impact Texas starting Monday evening, spread eastward through Wednesday morning with heavy snow expected along into the north of the Interstate 10 corridor with sleet and freezing rain in South Texas and southeast Georgia and northern Florida. By Tuesday morning, areas from South Texas to Houston to New Orleans were blanketed under a rare snowfall. A blizzard warning was in effect until noon Tuesday in southern Louisiana, the first one ever issued for the area. To qualify for a blizzard warning, there need to be sustained winds over 35 miles per hour and blowing snow causing reduced visibility down to 1/4 mile for at least 3 hours straight. Other parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama and the Florida Panhandle are also facing winter storm warnings. With northern Florida bracing for the possibility of snow and ice, Florida House and Senate leaders on Monday canceled committee meetings scheduled this week. Elsewhere, people from the northern plains to the tip of Maine shivered in bitterly cold temperatures from an Arctic air mass that sent temperatures plunging well below normal, with dangerously cold wind chills. The week ahead will be one of the coldest weeks in southern New England in years, CBS Boston reported. How much snow and how cold? Record cold temperatures are expected through Thursday for 2/3 of the eastern part of the U.S., and wind chills could be as low as 40 to 55 degrees below zero in some areas. The intense cold temperatures prompted President Trump to take the oath as president Monday from inside the Capitol Rotunda, upending months of meticulous planning for a massive outdoor event with crowds sprawling down the National Mall. The last time an inaugural ceremony was held indoors was Ronald Reagan's in 1985. In New York, temperatures managed to reach the mid-20s on Monday, but because of the breeze, it will feel like below zero across parts of the state. Heavy lake effect snow was expected in western New York State Monday through Wednesday morning, with 1 to 2 feet possible in some areas along Lake Ontario. In Texas, the lowest feels-like temperatures may dip down to 6 degrees, according to CBS News Texas meteorologists. Elsewhere, an area from the Rockies into the northern plains will see colder than normal weather over several days, with temperatures forecast to drop to between -30 degrees to -55 degrees on Monday. Sub-zero wind chills are expected as far south as Oklahoma and the Tennessee Valley. The Weather Service issued cold weather advisories across the Great Lakes region as high temperatures in many places were expected only to rise into the single digits or teens Monday and Tuesday. Nighttime wind chills could drop temperatures to -20 or lower. Chicago's high Monday only was expected to hit 10 degrees, while Monday night's low was targeted at -5 degrees. Like earlier this month, this latest cold snap comes from a disruption in the polar vortex, the ring of cold air usually trapped about the North Pole. The last time the polar vortex hit the South severely was in February 2021, when the entire state was under a winter storm warning. It left millions without power and access to clean water. Jonathan LeBron, 39, plumbing manager at Nick's Plumbing and Air Conditioning in the Houston area, said the company started getting homeowner calls Monday about worries of frozen pipes. There is a little bit of panic, LeBron said. I think they're pretty aware of what's going on. The last freeze was 3 or 4 years ago. They want us to go out there and make sure things are insulated accordingly. Houston's low temperature on Tuesday will be about 18, according to the National Weather Service, or low enough for water to freeze in pipes, expand and then cause the pipes to burst.
You heard it here. So we're having some crazy, crazy weather.